you.
11 weeks ago, I left on a journey. And, you know, it was scary. I felt very hopeless in my weight. Well, you know, I was thrown a lifeline by The Biggest Loser. And I was privileged enough to be one of the few people to be able to be on that show and to start a change in my life. But I do want to say one thing. As hard as it's been for me, it's also been hard for some other people in my life. Like my wife, who has had to hold down the line while I was a kite and flew high. And I have something for her. And I want to ask you, because you are one of the reasons I did this, and you're one of the reasons I could do this. And I want us to renew our vows.
It's been a long, long road at the ranch, and I hope I've made as much progress as I could there and taken advantage of everything I could. And hopefully, with all your help and the help of these 3 beautiful women, I can be the biggest loser.
The first week that I was on the ranch, I threw such a fit to come home. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it one more week. Every week got easier and easier. And by week 4, I was like, huh, I can do this.
There's so many times I thought I couldn't make it. So many times I wanted to quit because it was just so hard. But every time I thought that it was impossible, I had to take that extra step because that's what I never did before this. And I started the ranch at 250 pounds, and I weigh 186.
I've lost a total of 146 pounds.
I have so far lost 69 pounds in 11
I had lost 142 pounds.
Coming up, the trainers have a surprise for the contestants they won't soon forget.
Hello?
I've got one more thing to tell you. You're gonna do something that is sort of a Biggest Loser rite of passage. And what do you think that might be?
I'm afraid to say. When I was 17 years old, I was a rock star. I was looking good and feeling good. I want that back so bad. I feel like somebody's stolen my dream. This thing has stolen my life, and I want my life back.
Why did I have the world in my hands and just decide to just let it go? I'm figuring out The Biggest Loser isn't just about losing the weight. The Biggest Loser is about getting your mind right and healing what's wrong, because it's all for nothing if I win The Biggest Loser and go back to that nightmare.
Sometimes when I'm struggling with things, I just like to take a drive. Helps me focus. I went from being an obese child to thin, and then back to obese again, to thin again, you know, and I've gone back and forth a few times through this, and, you know, obviously there's something in there. Why do I keep going back? I've got to figure out what in the world caused me to let everything go like that. It caused me to let my dreams go. It caused me to gain 250 pounds. Because if I don't figure it out, I can gain it all back.
Growing up, I've always been overweight. I don't remember what it's like to ever be thin. I am hiding behind my weight, you know, it's all I've ever known. I don't know what it's like to not have to hide it. But deep down, I am killing inside. And frankly, I'm scared because There are things that are about to come up that I don't even realize are coming. Right now, I'm in the honeymoon phase of being home. I'm excited to see everybody, I think this is the best thing ever, but what's gonna happen in a week or two when reality sets in that I'm home?
Ready?
Brian's my best friend, and Brian's just concerned because he doesn't know, how much I've actually changed.
I never realized it. Like, I never opened my eyes up and realized, like, what I was doing to myself. Like, I was, like, sinking myself deeper and deeper and doing nothing about it.
But you need to, like, realize that you're not that person anymore.
But how do I make sure that I never go back?
My older sister, Tara, she was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 14 years old. So I was about 12. And she fought every single day for that year and a half. The morning my sister had passed, my father woke me up. I was sleeping in a chair in the room. And it was like, I don't know, my world ended and changed all in one day. My sister's battle with cancer started my battle with weight.
Food is not going to solve my problems. It's not the answer to my emotions. Even going to the gym and working out isn't an exact answer. It's better than the food, but it's not an answer. I'm going to have to confront some of these problems.
If you could go back to being 14, when you were, young and going through losing your sister, if you can look at what you needed, you know what I mean? As opposed to turning to food, like, was it like just talking or a hug or time, or what was it you needed there? Because is that what you need now? Like, that same need?
It's 15, 16 years ago. I don't remember as a kid. I mean, I just know
that when you feel stressed
something
out,
that stressed me out when I felt that way, I felt like I had to eat.
So when you're stressed, you still feel like you have to carry it all alone. And that's why you turn to food as opposed to somebody else. You have a right to your feelings. You shouldn't have to just eat them.
I'm coming home to face the things that got me here. Emotional issues aren't easy to me. I've found a way in my life to kind of hide and stay away from them or cover them up like they don't bother me. Now bringing them out, now trying to understand them more and deal with them, it's not going to be easy.
I told my husband